Good day, everyone! I hope we're all doing great today, and kung asa man mo ron nga nagtanawan nga video is I hope comfortable ra jud mo. So, without further ado, let's start the discussion. So for today, we are going to tackle about lesson 7.2, which is all about the environments of entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. So from the previous discussions, itanaw mo is naato na sang na-distinguish ang entrepreneurship o ang intrapreneurship, which is ang entrepreneurship is mas na siya independency when compared to intrapreneurship, because intrapreneurship is an entrepreneurship within or inside an organization. So let's not dig very deep into that because na-discuss na siya sa kanang previous reporters. So before we formally start, natay lesson objectives na kailangan i-meet. So first, we are expected to describe the environment of both the entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. Second is explain why politics is both an art and a science. So third is to discuss ways political activity can shape entrepreneurial decisions and outlooks. So I hope nga ato na ma-meet ang mga objectives as we go through in the video. So as we all know man, environments. Talking about environment, we all know this word, like this is almost common sense to us, but to properly define lang kung unsa ni siya. So environment refers to the surroundings in which a person, animal, or plant lives. But in the concept of business, it is the conditions under which a business operates. So like environment is like the context kung asa na na-situate imong business and unsay condition ana. So yeah, that's basically what environment is in a business context. So entrepreneurship or intrapreneurship environment refers to the various facets within which entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship operates and survives. So entrepreneurship is a businessman. So when we say environment po niya is we are talking still about the conditions of their operations or how they operate. So since entrepreneurship is a grade or type of entrepreneurship katong gidiscuss sa previous reporters, what applies to the entrepreneurship environment also applies equally as well to the entrepreneurship environment, though na sila differences, but generally same ra na sila. So unsa man day kailangan na kaning environment para mas mo effective or para efficient ang pag-operate sa usa ka entrepreneurship or intrapreneurship. So the entrepreneurial environment should be conducive to the entrepreneurial venture for the venture to succeed and thrive, because of course ang goal man jud sa kanang main goal man jud sa mga entrepreneurs is to succeed, to have high return on investments nila or a return of their hard work to earn high profits, right? So as expected, the environment covers the political, socio-economic, technological, legal, and infrastructural spheres that influence entrepreneurship. So same rin sa katong sa chapter 6 nga natay katong mga factors no nga nang gi-consider sa katong pestle analysis. So same ra siya concept, although kani siya environment which is kato silang mga political, economic is ato gyapon ni i-take into account when we are looking into the environment of the entrepreneurship or intrapreneurship. So again, so business environment has a positive relationship with the development of entrepreneurship, because a positive environment, positive business environment, of course, it equates to a positive outcome pod sa kanang pag-run mo sa imong business. Then let's proceed to the characteristics of entrepreneurship. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characteristics. So these are the vision, drive, hard work, knowledge, conscientious planning, dynamism, positivism, and a certain degree of gambler's instinct. So, vision, nakay clear nga vision. Sa may goal nimo nga, ang imong business is mauni ang kanang i-work towards kay para mo succeed siya. Sa drive, dapat nakay drive, because if you don't have the drive, then risky kay siya no, kay kanang iya mo bitang foundation is huyang. So lisod na dangerous na kanang ma-bankrupt ba karon, or worst case scenarios na siya. But like the bottom line is dapat na jud kay drive if you choose to start a business, because doing a business is never gonna be easy. So you have to have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So hard work, of course, knowledge na dapat nakaani kay para of course dagan man ka ng mga strategies, mga unsa pa na mga mag-involve jud ka ng mga brain works or mental faculties nimo para lang jud maka-survive, para mo succeed, mo prosper ang mong business. Conscientious planning, dapat if magplan ka is dapat you do the right things, you oversee or overlook everything that will help develop or make your business a successful. So dynamism, of course, it's not the trends kanang unsa man ang mga demand, it's never static, it's dynamic. So you have to adapt to that. You have to be adaptable to changes. You have to be flexible as much as possible. So positivism, because kay kung inana dali kay kamada sa mga negativities sa kanang business or entrepreneurship, then again imong foundation is not very strong, it's not very solid, and it's not good for your business and as a quality of entrepreneur in general. And also certain degree of gambler's instinct. So what do we mean by this? Because a gambler is like, mo take jud bitaw siya og risk. So mura siya ginana kay ang running a business is very risky jud. So dapat jud kabaw ka kung unsa man ang mga dagan na ng business para sa dili ka kanang malakansi, para mo survive imong business, and the best of all, mo succeed, makagain ka og high profits. So, and you achieve the results that you want or that you envision for, like nana. So an entrepreneur needs a clear perception of the economic opportunities and should have the investment capacity to pursue these opportunities. An environment that will promote entrepreneurship should be developed to tap the talents and skills of would-be entrepreneurs. If ikaw ganing we are taking up a course that is related to business. So this is a tip for everyone, for us, na dapat imo jud na i-consider, i-take jud na nimo into account ang imong environment. Dili ka pataka og kanang sa business, because in the environment of business plays a very pivotal role in running or in operating your own business. So there is a case, because karon no, like sa Philippines, let's not deny it na ang poverty level is medyo na jud diri dapita. So like ang kanang mga entrepreneurs is wala gani guys like opportunities nga mo practice og entrepreneurship because lagi tied to poverty. When we look into the rural areas, so mas daghan jud og opportunities gani ang urban areas. So sa rural areas, we can see that per capita income is too low and illiteracy prevalent. So nauban na wala ka finish og studies and the like. So basic struggle for existence is so tough that access to business information or ideas is so limited, such that there is neither perception of opportunities nor the capacity to exploit these opportunities. So naagani ka ng mga tao nga kanang, because business, we all know business is something if may lang gyud nimo i-manage is dako jud bitaw na siya returns, but then ang uban nga tao is deprived ana nga opportunity because lagi ang survival nila is ang mas priority nila or mas maoy dapat nilang tugunan kaysa kaning pag-venture sa mga entrepreneurship. So because survival takes precedence over entrepreneurship, so people are too deprived, as I mentioned earlier, to have an interest to know and grow. Creativity is not only dampened but also killed. That's very sad, no? But it's the reality, man. But still, it's 2024. We should really try to do something about it, hopefully. So it would be very difficult to convert these people into entrepreneurs. So because also what it takes to be an entrepreneur is in conducting entrepreneurship is you have to have creativity or the drive, the enthusiasm. So Alan, Elan is the English word meaning ardor or zeal inspired by passion or enthusiasm. So as an entrepreneur, you have to have these para dili ka dali masway sa mga threats, sa mga negativities, or the dark side of being in the business industry. So that's it. So in developing an entrepreneurial environment, it is imperative that governments and people change the life situation. We have to have these goals that we not only change our lives by making money, earning profit, but also those nga people nga atong gihatagan sa atong products or atong gi-offer sa atong products and services, the consumers or the people in general, because it is for the betterment mo pod sa atong life as well as there. So we have to be holistic pod when it comes to being an entrepreneur. So again, ato tong na-mention nga gambler's instinct daw ang entrepreneurs. It is because in the business, there is always uncertainties and risks in the economy. So it calls for entrepreneurs to play a leading role in the economic growth process. Hence, the private entrepreneurs and business face uncertainty and take risks because of the possibility of high profits. So, ano man gud nilang kung ano mga businessman, businesswoman, mga entrepreneurs, ano nilang kanang motto nga high risk daw, high returns. So, mo na siya daghan jud uncertainty sa business and daghan og kanang mga risk. So, but in turn naman sad siya kay makahatag siya og high profits. So, mao na siya the business mind, business kanang ideas. So, businesses must be run efficiently and must stay competitive. So, if ganan kag high returns, this is what you have to do. Dili ka dapat nga kanang magpatuyang lang ay business naman na what unsa may makuan na. Dapat efficient ka. You must have the competitiveness para mas makasurvive ka. We all know naman no, discuss naman jud ni kaning efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency is doing things right in order to succeed, and effectiveness. Ang effectiveness ani is ikaning high profit. Ay mong goal is to have to earn profit. But then giunsa man nimo pagbuhat, what things did you do in order to attain that goal, to attain that effectiveness in your business. So that's efficiency, that doing things right. So next, so it is quite ironic, we're talking about environment, but in business di man jud na malikayan no nga ma-violate ang kaning environmental nga mga concerns, because na manufacturing, mga mag-produce og mga pollutions in different kinds of kanang type of environment, like the land, the sea, the air. So it is quite ironic because we consider the environment, but we should also consider nga unsa man jud effect ani niya sa environment as a whole, like atong sa kaning sa earth, unsa may epekto ani niya. So, muna yung sa mga kamakaligtaan sa uban no, sa mga businesswoman, kay himo lang jud for kanang earn money, himo products, but dili bitaw nila consider nga hala ang greenhouse gases na unta naman nun high level na. So, dapat ato sa jud ni siyang i-consider, because environmental activists have no choice but to fight a rearguard action for this one, because they repeatedly point out the havoc caused by some of our petrochemical, heavy chemical dye stuff, and other polluting industries, as these industries damage the environment by their large-scale open mining, quarrying, and deforestation, which will take decades to reverse. Kanang bitong sige lang tag kanang produce, but wa dita maguna-una sa kanang unsa may kay reverse effects ani no, like kita ram gyapon mag-suffer. So dapat ato jud i-consider, take into account our actions can lead to dreadful consequences. Let's go on that. So, and always prevention is better than cure man jud. So we are these environmentalists kanang dili jud sila against sa kanang growth sa katong atong economy, sa development sa atong economy. Like kinsa magwiganahan nga dili ka na mo prosper, mo develop atong nation, atong economy, right? Wala man, di ba? So dili sila totally against ani, but like ang ila jud gipangayo is i-balance lang jud nato nga dapat nasa take nga action para sa benefit sa environment, while also nagbuhat sa tapar for the benefit of our economy. So like balance lang siya bitaw, like because we're not against the growth and industry, no, we're not against that, but we are simply more than conscious of the need for a balanced approach for growth and industry. So dapat ang mga industrial decisions are all to be taken after considering the impact on the environment, and also that the public has a right to know all the details. So mga activities or kanang entrepreneurial ventures like mga mining, quarry nga maka-affect bitaw siya directly sa atong environment. Dapat everyone has the right to know all the details, minimize ang kanang negative impacts to the environment. For their dogged determination, these environmentalists deserve our gratitude, jud. So, muna akong gi-mention ganina nga study of social, political, and economic environment has a great social and economic significance to the growth of entrepreneurship. When we say entrepreneurship, business, social, political, and economic environment. So just like pestle analysis, the entrepreneurial environment is influenced by politics, economic, society, technology, the law, plus the infrastructures. So the modern business is treated as a social and economic institution and is affected by the political, social, and economic forces that surround it, because sa atong sistema jud dili jud ka start sa imong business if kanang dili nimo i-consider ang mga political factors, social factors, economic factors. When you want it to go big, so dapat i-consider jud nimo siya. So like kaning mga political environment, like the industrial policies, you have to abide by that, the licensing policies, the foreign exchange regulations, backing policies, technological development, and social change from the framework within which an enterprise has to work. It is for para sad kanang usama sa nigud sa kanang if ang government bitaw maka-determine if you have to stay because you will really contribute to our GDP or like the economy. But then if you fail to follow like the law, the political factors and social economic factors, then you're not favorable to do business and might be risky and might be detrimental to your business, of course. Para di lang po mapatuya ang mga business na imbes na mo contribute sila sa growth sa atong economy, mas they would do more harm than good. So we've been talking about environment naman jud, no? So in our minds we can ask some questions na unsa man jud ay what is exactly the role of environments of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship? So simply, it is the entrepreneurial plan cannot be framed, finalized, and implemented without its relevance to the environment. Kaya katong giingon ganina, like political, socio-economic, they control or they have the authority sa katong mga licensing policies na dapat nimo i-abide as an entrepreneur nga mo venture sa entrepreneurship. And at its simplest, it regulates the entrepreneurial activities. So mo ni siya mo monitor nimo if you're doing you're following the law ba and everything, or approved ba imong business na that it really contributes to our nation's GDP or our economy nga mo grow o mo develop. So now the main topic na jud, what are these environments? We have 5 environments to consider when we venture into entrepreneurship. These are the first, political; second, socio-economic; third, technological; fourth, legal; and fifth, infrastructure. So for this video, we're only going to tackle or talk about the political aspect of environments when it comes to entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. So politics, permi na tong madunggan, like as sometimes a sensitive topic, but in this context or in this lesson, political is considered as the environment of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. Why? Because they can, of course, kuan sila policy, katong mga they regulate the unsa may mga need nga i-abide sa kanang entrepreneurs sa pagkuan nila sa lang business. But first, let us first define what really is politics. Although we always hear the word politics. So the word politics comes from the Greek word polis, which means city-states. So in the ancient world, city-states, these are the small countries regarded as centers of culture and civilization where people interact under a unified government. So nas like government na govern nila mo ni sila city-state, the polis. So in the city-states na ay politics jud. So what transpires in polis or in the city-states is the politics. So when we say politics, therefore, this is the term encompassing the totality of human activities transpiring within a city-state. So as it is applied now, it denotes everything that transpires in the state. So there are two, the intrastate and the interstate. So intrastate, what transpires in or within the state, and interstate is what transpires among the states. So politics. So mo na ni we arrive to the question nga, why is politics considered as an art and science? Dili ba na siya purely political lang jud, a single body of knowledge lang jud? No, it is actually an art and science. But why is it considered an art and science? It is an art because when we know man jud know nga art, it takes skills, it takes talent to produce an art. Like for example, painter, mag-paint siya. Of course, you need skills para nindot imo ma-produce na painting. This same applies to politics because government skillfully have to address the needs of society by carefully allocating benefits, rewards, and penalties. So this is what David Easton was referring to when he defined politics as the authoritative allocation of values. So art siya in a way nga ang government is need siya og skills para ma-allocate bitaw nila og tarong ang mga limited resources for the unlimited ones sa mga tao or sa people, sa subjects in that particular country. So that's scarcity economics, which is related ra pod ni sa kanang entrepreneurship. So, what differs is na ang government is nasa authority sa pag-allocate sa mga kanang mga values nila. Unsa may gi-value sa government? The welfare of their people, right? So, dapat mag-provide og mga public kanang infrastructures for the welfare of their citizens. So, that is what it means when we say politics is an art. Next is that politics is a science. So why is it a science? Na ba mga experiment ani mo nang kanang science? Well, technically there is, but basically in this context lang nung ang science theory for this context is that we all know that science is a systematic body of knowledge. So the same applies in politics because it is also a systematic body of knowledge that deals with the defense and augmentation of the state. So like it also deals with the regulation, maintenance, and development. So of course they are the leaders man. They provide the laws and policies for the order, peace and order of its citizens. So muna siya, why is it a science? Because simply it is a systematic body of knowledge that the government needs to deal with the defense, basically welfare gyapon siya sa citizens nila. So it also deals with the protection of the rights of its citizens, safeguarding the enhancement of morals, harmony, and peace of human relations. So as long as entrepreneurship happens in a country, it will always be influenced by politics or the political system in the country that it is in. So, business sitos, kung asa ka nga nagganda ka na nga business, ma-influensyahan dyan na imong business sa laws and policies and regulations within the country nga imong gikonduktan sa business. In fact, if it happens within a business, entrepreneurship where politics still play a big part of, it will either be promoted or supported or be sent to the rags. So, ang government will determine if okay ni mong business, okay ni mong business sa atong country, but what if illegal na? So, of course, you will be thrown into the rags. So this is also the reason why some entrepreneurs leave the company and just be on their own as entrepreneurs. Okay, because lagi na ng mga policies and all the regulation and stuff control sa kanang mga higher officers. So, the political setup and political stability of the country and even on businesses where entrepreneurship of course affects its activities because naman sa power ang government na makahinder sa mga kunbaron trade, mga exports and imports and everything because the government is there to maintain peace and order sa country or the city-state. So, ilan na makontrol mga taxation rates, mga licensing policies, and other government activities that can have positive or negative impact on entrepreneurships. Speaking of taxations and every other things namang ang government is na power or authority, so several researchers address the governmental influence factor to observe the state and local legislation on taxation and licensing how it can make one location is more preferable or more attractive than another. So this is as an entrepreneur, these are some things that you can consider. So like mupabor man jud mga entrepreneur diri dapita gamarang tax mas dako ta og returns, diri dapita dili hassle ang pag-license, so dirita mao na siya basically ang kanang idea or concept aning politics. But there are also some of the biggest ways that political activity can shape entrepreneurial decisions and outlooks. So there are 5 ways that they can shape entrepreneurial decisions. So we have demographic insights, periods of activity or inactivity in legislation, the fears on new developments. If there are fears, there are the excitements over new developments and the cultural attitudes and buying decisions. So first, let's go into more detailed explanations of these. Let's expound more of these ways manong makashape sa atong entrepreneurial decisions and outlooks. So demographic insights. In as much as politicians are put to power by the people because we vote for them to be para mo lead nato nga mga tao, no, they also tend to be the reflections of who we are as a people because we desire for a change and we believe that this certain politician, this certain leader will be able to give us that. So i-vote nato sila. So basically it is they are kind of in some ways nga sila ang kanang reflection of who we are or of what we want for our country, for everyone, for the benefit of everyone. So any political change in government or in Congress represents the rise or fall of a particular demography which could be valuable to an enterprising entrepreneur because entrepreneur ka dapat nimo buhatag strategy nga mauni siya ang mas ni favor ang mga tao sa kaning mga concepts mo na ilang gi-vote ang kaning certain politician. So for example, a president could have been put in power by the working class which comprise the majority of the voting class. So maapektuhan din na siya. So kaning siya nga politician pwede siya nga kanang mas ang iabitang kanang platform is mas mo focus siya sa kanang maka-beneficial sa working class. Also, therefore, this working class or this voting class na nag-compose sa majority sa voting class, they can dictate what is to be produced representing the market demand. So, muna, ang kanang entrepreneur, they can look into it. Like, makana sila nga, working class, dahil ni kasagaran diri. So, we know, so they would know na nga, kanang unsa man ilang mga products or services na i-offer kay dako man supposedly dako man jud ang demand ana if kanang majority na siya sa kuano na anmo sa na murag matuunan og pansin bitaw sa government. So that would be advantageous on the side or on the part of the entrepreneurs. Next is the periods of activity or inactivity in legislation. So the creation, change, or removal of the legislation could have a huge impact on businesses, of course. Because if ma-change sa legislation lang na i-remove or i-create, of course, maapektuhan dyan na directly nimo because you have to abide by it. You have to follow these rules, the changes. You have to adapt to the changes. Mga ipang-umit, ang kailangan ipang-umit because wala na siya. Especially to those startups na mga business or which are those kanang small lang mga SMEs, small entrepreneurial mga ventures. So economic development opportunities are usually provided by legislation through grants, mga incentives, or exemptions, mga inana. So dapat sa ni-consider sa entrepreneurs. So they need to pay attention to what laws are being passed or structured so that they will know which direction to take. So they will be given proper guidance on what to do, on the courses of actions to take para if kabaw sila sa law kay mas kabaw sila kung unsa lang dapat buhaton. For example, if ang legislation is na sila yung mga gipang change, mga gipang create sa healthcare issues nga mo favor sa healthcare providers, like, or sa mga safety issues nga mo favor sa security providers and the like. So pwede na makatake advantage ang mga entrepreneurs like magkuan ba sila business solely for that sector of the business industry where you can expect na dako sa ang demand and high returns pod in return. So favorable legislation for a particular industry is an opportunity. It is considered as an opportunity or advantageous on the side of entrepreneurs to go in that direction. So, this is why important ang mga kanang activity o mga unsa mga pangbuhat sa legislation. And dapat as an entrepreneur updated ka na jud para you have the leverage, bitaw you have the advantage, the edge nga ang imong business is mas mo prosper pa jud. So, next is the fears on new developments. Na if naay ka ng mga disputes, no, like the China, the West Philippine Sea disputes, of course dili jud na naiuban na mga kanang business like mga foreign business entrepreneurs nga of course dili jud ma-attract nga mo conduct business here in the Philippines because of that mga political tumult that which often leads to fear, and this fear leads to the rise of new needs. But then we see it as something bad, but sometimes this is a disguise pod nga if maro-maro ka like entrepreneur jud ka kay imo na siya i-take advantage like unsa may mga new needs sa mga tao. For example, para sa tong na COVID, no, like it is not necessarily a political tumult but like a tragedy nga ang mga government is na problema jud, but then you took it as a opportunity nga mamaligya tag mas because this is what the consumers need in these challenging times. So satisfying these needs may need new products or services which entrepreneurs could take advantage of. So in a political era where people feel unsafe, for example kanang balik ta sa West Philippine Sea, like unsa man jud kanang courses of actions na i-take sa Philippine government nga para mahusay na jud ni siya, no. But if simba ko lang, if the worst were to come, so ang people jud no they would feel unsafe, people would be willing to spend money for security, right? So this is an opportunity for the entrepreneurs nga mo conduct sila business nga mo cater ana nga needs sa mga tao. So also if kanang mga in an era nga mga political disputes within the country, like those activists nga they feel silenced and ignored, so they may be more likely to invest in products that makes them feel seen and heard. So like unsa man ang mga products, basically the products that would aid them sa mga protests and the likes. So second to the last, the excitement. If na fear, na excitement. Okay, because whichever side of the coin, you can always seek for opportunities jud. Like if is it either positive or negative, if it inflicts fears to the people or if it inflicts excitements to the people, you have to grab that opportunity nga unsa may pwede na kung mahimo nga business for this nga kanang itangkilik sa uban because na mga new developments, like you take advantage of that. So similarly, no, new developments steer people's excitement and their needs may change in different ways. So if people believe wages will increase, they may spend more. Like the direct relationship of income and the consumption sa tao. If dako imong income, dako imong wage, of course you would be more free not to spend more on luxury items, or if they expect the stock market to boom, like ato mga ni-engage ang mga stock markets, like mga ni-invest sa mga stocks, they may invest in securities. So like makikita sila opportunity nga new developments. So an entrepreneur can see this as an advantage, no, because this exciting new developments could lead an entrepreneur on the right path to take. So all it takes lang jud is for an entrepreneur nga kabaw siya mo tan-aw kung unsa may pwede niya nga mahimo ani kay mao ni ang kanang lakas karon, mao ni ang development karon, and people are excited over this or people fears this. So what do they need? We have to provide it for them, like nana siya nga mentality. So business-mindedness. Lastly, for this environment, which is the political environment, is of course the cultural attitudes and buying decisions. So politicians' leadership has the potential to shape an entire generation of cultural attitudes and beliefs. Why is that? Because naman jud sila authority, naman jud sila control bitaw sa kanang unsa may mga maka-influence sa tao, their cultural attitudes as well as their beliefs. So they have the power to subtly reshape K-demographics and the way an entrepreneur responds to these changes and can have an impact on the entrepreneur's overall success, because entrepreneurs need to pay attention to how consumer spending and cultural attitudes evolve and change and respond to these changes, because an entrepreneurs manggod kay kanang kung unsa may mga, as we all know, diba, katong na-discuss na katong sa 7 Ps, people dyan ang pinaka-hard nga i-control, ang pinaka-challenging, because you know, the trends of their taste and preferences is always gonna change. It's always very dynamic. So entrepreneurs have to adapt to it. So they have to be versatile as much as possible and respond to these changes. So this includes their cultural attitudes and beliefs. In fact, the entrepreneurs can take these changes as an opportunity or as opportunities to implement their innovative ideas. Like unsa may mga ideas na for a business, so they can take advantage of that, no, diba? So it is like a two-way benefit for the people nga na ma-providean ilang mga needs, maka-sustain sila ilang needs, also for the entrepreneurs to apply their innovative ideas and to make high profits, which is their goal man jud nganong silang nag-conduct sila ng business. So I hope we were able to meet the lesson objectives. So that is all for my report. Next would be the rest of the environments of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. So thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you've learned something. So thank you for sticking with me until the end of this video. Bye!